You get a spell now.
Whoa! Can it be resurrect the dead?
It is a dark blast attack.
That's so cool.
Okay, you're gonna get another victory coin too.
Let's go.
Fur, you're up. Unfortunately, you're stuck with a goblin. So
No. How do I kill the goblin?
Can you explain yourself? Why is it unfortunate to be with a goblin?
Yeah.
what do you have against goblins?
He's
That's what I'm asking. What do you have
I've
against
got a
goblins?
co-pilot.
there's just one space. He's encroaching a little bit.
I don't appreciate this like goblin hate. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, all I'm saying is maybe you shouldn't have run me over with the car.
You should have
Okay.
dodged.
Grandma is being robbed in her house, but is just happy to have the company. Fur, you are the grandma, and Circle, we'll say that you are the robber.
I knocked down that front door and like that old screen door that all grandmas have. Is anyone in here?
Hello, Sonny? Is that
Listen.
you?
Listen, that's a nice necklace you got on, lady. Where do you keep the rest of the jewelry?
Oh, you like my necklace, Sonny? I just got it the other day.
Oh, so you've been shopping, so you probably got some money stowed away, huh? Pension, huh?
Here,
Social
take
Security?
take a seat. I'm making some hot cross buns.
Oh, whoa. Oh. All right. No. I'm not going to be lured into this. Where do you keep the money?
Oh, you've always had the funniest stories.
Ah, I swear to God. You have one more second to show me where you keep the goods.
I head over to the oven and take out a nice tray of steaming hot cross buns. They smell delicious.
Just like my nana used to. No! Get out of my head! What are you, some kind of witch? Huh? You trying to get in my head?
Trying to get in your head, Sonny. I just want to have a nice little lunch.
It's 6 p.m.
Oh, is it that late already? It's past my bedtime. Would you mind being a dear and putting these in the refrigerator for me so they don't go bad?
Yeah.
You can help yourself to a few if you'd like.
Do you have any Ziplocs?
They're in the cupboard
Okay, yeah. The one above the sink or the one next to the dishwasher?
next to the dishwasher.
Okay. Good night, Nana.
Okay, I'll just give Circle a point for that as well as Fur.
Let's go.
Ultrive, you're up.
Can I go collect my coin?
Yeah. Okay, there's actually a goblin on this space.
Can he join us in the car?
Yeah, he can join you.
Okay, so sick.
You're just like trafficking goblins at this point.
Hey, if you go in the car, Circle Tunes, there'll be 3 goblins.
Oh, come on, man.
All right, a person trying to smuggle shampoo through airport security, but the guard is their job way too seriously.
This is just a real scenario.
This is too real.
Ultrive, you're going through security, and Circle, we'll say that you're the guard.
Oh god, I hope he doesn't notice. Oh god, I hope he doesn't notice. Oh my god, I hope.
Shoes off, bags on the side.
Okay. I hope he doesn't know.
You have to put that in a different bag. What's that little bottle?
It's shampoo.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's shampoo?
Yeah, I'm sure it's shampoo. Please don't check out my DM.
I tap a sign that's like a photo of you with a tap. That better not be above 3 ounces. You know that tap.
Don't worry, it's not. It falls under. It's 3.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you confused? Are you trying to destroy everything we've built here, bud? Is that what you're trying to do?
Why would I? No, I'm just simply hoping that I can wash my hair.
What scent is it? If you know it so close and so intimately, what scent is it?
It's lavender. It's a great smell. It's also all yeah.
Oh, that's great. My wife, look. Can I see that? Can I see it?
Of course you can see.
I pop on the little cat.
Well, are you drinking it?
Oh, huh? I'm sensing notes of coconut. So what else have you been lying to me about, huh, bud?
Well, it's coconut base. It's coconut and shea butter. It's good. It's good for your hair.
Oh, it's good for your hair. It's also good for blowing up a plane.
No. How'd you know? Get on the ground.
I'm gonna give you both a point for that. Okay, we'll say we'll just give you Circle another spell for that.
Oh my god, I'm kitted out.
Circle, it's your turn.
Yeah, I want to walk down again. I want to blast that goblin to bits.
Okay, you're gonna cast the Dark Blast spell. Let's see how well that goes.
I'm charging up. Oh, that's not bad. No, that's not bad. That's not bad.
14. That's gonna kill the goblin.
Let's go.
It's gonna blast him into the death zone.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry? I don't appreciate this goblin hate. We need to end the goblin hate.
Wait. If you blast the car, maybe I get that.
That could be huge, and that's how you
That could be
escape the
huge.
death place.
Yeah,
Okay, think about
that.
this though. If you do that, you might bring the 2 goblins into that place again. You'll be stuck
Oh
with 4
my
goblins.
God.
Yeah, but I also might get a car.
Why is there so many dragons?
I don't know.
Cars can't die.
Okay, you're gonna get 2 events for. We're gonna say that they're both improv.
Of course. I should have known.
Okay, 2 grandmas are arguing over who has the more successful grandson. Circle, you're grandma 2, and Fur, you're grandma 1.
Oh, how are you today?
Oh, it's been so long since we've hung out. I feel like it's been 100 years.
Have you heard about how my grandson's been doing?
oh, little Georgie, I've heard many things. I've heard he's on Reddit.com.
He's already what? What was that?
Is he on Reddit? I heard he's on Reddit making many successful front page posts.
Correct. He has the top 3 posts for today. All on different accounts, but nobody
No
knows.
way. Oh, he's using proxy accounts. That's very next level. Have you heard about my little George? We have the same grandson's names. Have you heard about my little George?
Hi, no, what has your little Georgie been up to?
Oh, he's been mining Ethereum.
Oh, has he?
Oh, you should see his Robinhood portfolio. He's currently in 28 cryptos.
28? Oh, well, I should tell you more about my little Georgie.
Oh, go on, please.
Not only is he on the Reddit.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
is he on 4chan as well?
Of course not.
Oh, he's so well mannered.
He's very well.
I'm sorry, is this a battle of which one's better or which one's worse, man? I want to kill both of them.
Look at these grandmas, like, they're so hip and they
I think we both need to lose one for that.
I think Circle had the better grandson.
I think Circle had the best. I could agree with that. I was not ready for Reddit.
Okay, we'll say you get reborn.
Let's go.
Okay, Ultrive, you're up again.
To the right and then down one.
Yeah, there's actually a goblin on that space.
Can he join me?
Well, let's see.
Well, I mean, just because I have to do improv doesn't mean he doesn't not want to be in the car.
That is
That's
a good
true.
point.
That's true.
Okay, Ultrive, you are an investigator confronting a criminal, but each person constantly reveals more and more plot this. Okay, I'm gonna skip that one. What is this?
Yeah, you didn't even spell investigator right. It's like an alligator.
Shut up.
He hates his own game.
Okay. Ultrive, you are an elf asking his horrible boss, Santa, for less hours during the Christmas season.
Boss, can I talk to you?
Oh, you know I'm very busy, but I've got a winter minute.
You know, it is December, so it's really hard working hours. But
It's really the only time we work. You're not slacking off, right?
no, of course not. But I was wondering. I haven't seen my elf wife in so long. I was
Don't
wondering
worry.
if there was any way that I could maybe get a little less hours. Maybe give it to Henry.
Ho, ho, ho. This must be a Christmas joke.
Maybe instead of working on 18 hours a day, what if maybe maybe I could work 17 hours?
ho, ho, ho. I've got a funny joke for you, my friend. While we're both being stand-up comedians, ho, ho, ho. What if I lowered your rations this month? Ho, 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 ho.
No, I need those to feed my family. They can barely see
Yes.
me, let alone eat.
And all the boys and girls need presents. We need these things. Ho, ho, ho. Especially during a
Recession, and you don't want to f that up for the kids, do you?
I'm tired of this. I pull out a gun and I shoot Santa.
Why does everyone get shot at the end?
You can't just keep pulling out a gun at the end of all your skits.
I'm waiting for it to stop working.
Well, you know what? Here, it's good. It stopped working. Circle Tunes, you get a point.
We're so back!
Oh my gosh.
And the Goblin joins. This is the best day of my life.
You're just playing a single player like RPG right now. You're getting a party together.
Okay, yeah, you now have another goblin. Circle, you're up.
Can I move down one space, but cast the Dark Blast behind me to try to propel me one more space towards the coin?
Okay, yeah, we'll say that works.
Okay, so imagine this. You wake up one day and you can see nothing and you can hear nothing. This was the horrifying reality that Helen Keller had to live with every single day. I have always personally found the thought of being both blind and deaf to be very terrifying, which is why I've decided to put Helen Keller into Minecraft for this spooky month of October. Now you might be thinking, the only inputs you get from Minecraft are visual and audio. So if you're blind and deaf, you obviously can't do anything, right? Well, Helen Keller actually possessed quite a few skills that would help her navigate her way through the blocky world. I think Helen Keller would have no problem distinguishing between items in her inventory. So I will still have the ability to see my inventory, even though Helen Keller technically can't see, and this is just a crude translation of her ability to feel. Now, of course, I'll be able to see and hear nothing in the overworld. For example, this is what it looks like to get attacked by zombies. And I'll be having a second account spectate me and follow me around just to make the video a little more understandable at certain points so you're not just looking at nothing. Here's the same clip from the different perspective. A few other abilities that Helen Keller will have. One is she will be able to sense when lava is nearby. She will obviously be able to feel the heat coming off of it. So when lava is nearby, she'll get the status effect seen on the screen here to indicate such. Additionally, it is said that Helen Keller could distinguish people based on the vibrations of their footsteps. And similarly, in Minecraft, she will be able to tell when a mob is nearby and what type of mob it is based on vibration. A status effect will appear with the nearby mob. And finally, when Helen Keller is in the overworld, she will be able to tell if it is day or night. It is said that she could do this in real life with her sense of smell. And there are other mechanics as part of being Helen Keller, but they're self-explanatory. So with that, let's get into it. Or, as Helen Keller would say, spawning into the world for the first time, I had the very bizarre experience of existing in an empty and silent Minecraft world. Even the extremely simple task of walking up to a tree to get wood was more complicated by being Helen Keller. I had to feel the blocks around me and deduce where the tree was going to be. But pretty soon I figured it out, and my initial plan for dealing with being blind and deaf was to dig down and infinitely dig in a straight line until I was able to get iron and a good amount of resources for then trying to wander around and find a pool of lava that I could turn into a nether portal with a bucket. And at this point, unless I randomly stumbled into a village or a sheep and was able to make a bed, I was not going to be able to store any of my items because I wouldn't be able to find them. So I had to just keep everything in my inventory and mine for a long, long time. And this process had to be repeated every time I died, as there was no way for Helen Keller to recover her stuff. And there were a couple problems with this strategy. One being caves. As you can see, I just fell a considerable distance. Here's the same clip from the spectator account. And don't ask me why I wasn't crouching the whole time. I did learn this pretty quickly, but you know, I'm a troglodyte, so I didn't start off crouching, and this resulted in a couple of cliff deaths. And after each death, the extremely tedious process of getting wood, upgrading, and mining a crapload of stone repeated again, usually resulting in death. And just for fun, at this point I went on a little adventure out into the world as Helen Keller, so I made a sword and just went to check what she's capable in terms of like exploring in the night. So here on your screen now you'll see a side-by-side comparison of what I was seeing versus what was actually happening in the world. And you can see there the skeleton hit the spider with an arrow and they started fighting each other. In game, this confused me a lot because I was getting hit and then suddenly I wasn't getting hit and I had no idea why. But shortly after, a zombie swooped in and got the kill, and I was only able to hit him once. That little adventure proved to me that Helen Keller needed to stay in a safe hidey hole during the night. I had a bunch of crafting tables near spawn because I could never find them again. It was pretty funny. And after each death, it was time to do the same song and dance of gathering wood and mining a million stone until I was able to find iron, which I was this time. And I actually got insanely lucky with iron this time, so much so as I was able to even make a chest plate and a bucket, so I had some extra defenses this time. But that luck did not last very long, as I almost immediately died by falling into a ravine. And as with each other death, this meant repeating the same extremely tedious cycle of mining for like 3 or 4 in-game days until I had enough iron to make a meaningful attempt at trying to find a lava pool to create a nether portal. Oh, and if you're wondering how I got food, there was one reasonable way for Helen Keller to get food, and it was by mining the leaves of oak trees. This is only a 2% chance, but it was by far the most reliable way to get food when you were mining for 4 to 5 days straight. As you can see here, I had almost 14 stacks of cobble and many stacks of other random stuff like copper, and I only found 8 iron. And on top of that, I had to wait out the night a lot of the times because walking around at night as Helen Keller was certain death. So the tediousness was really piling up here. And on top of all that tediousness, once I had a bucket and it was time to go find a lava pool, I had to just walk infinitely in one direction until I happened to feel the heat from the lava nearby. Now that I'm editing this, I can confidently say that this is the most tedious challenge run I have ever done, bar none. Never let anyone say I didn't suffer for my art. It'll Here's a little known fact about Helen Keller. In a pinch, she could bury herself in the ground to avoid predators. But seriously, I had to wait out every single night. After what felt like an eternity, I finally found some lava while having a bucket. And so I got to work on making the portal. And as you're about to see, I think I was a little hasty when making this portal. I didn't think things entirely through. Well, there's 4 hours of my life down the drain, but I was undeterred. I was determined to at least complete the nether portal and start the next section of this journey. So I once again got back to the usual grind of getting iron, smelting iron, hiding from the night, walking a ridiculous distance until I walked near lava enough to where I could feel it, and then started my efforts on another nether portal. And I'm a bit of a troglodyte, so I forgot to hit record from my own perspective while building this portal, but don't worry, this would be far from the only nether portal that I had to build. And one thing to note here is that I was often having to feel my way around to make sure I was in fact standing where I expected to be standing relative to where I wanted to build the portal. It's actually surprisingly difficult to keep track of where things are when you can't see anything. And this took much longer than building a normal portal, as you can see me fumbling around with each block. But I eventually got there, and now it was time to find out what it would be like for Helen Keller in the Nether. Yeah, I got the worst possible spawn and died immediately. Yeah, it's tough being Helen Keller. After 6 more hours of grinding that I won't show because this video is getting long with not a lot happening, I got to another lava pool with 2 buckets ready to make another portal. And thankfully I was recording on both computers this time, so you can actually see what it was like to try to build another portal as Helen Keller. And as you can see here, I had to actually touch the blocks to figure out where I had built on the portal so far. And I had to do this after every single block. But soon enough, I had the portal lit and it was time to make attempt 2 at the Nether. And I died almost instantly again. And look how close the 2 portals that I made were together. Of course, I had no way of knowing this because I was blind. But a few hours later, I was ready to give it yet another attempt and maybe get a better spawn in the Nether this time. And nope, I think this Nether is actually just trolling Helen Keller by being literally all basalt. I was really starting to get frustrated at this point. Take a listen. Be in a tree. Why? It's just all trees. I can't believe it. This is gonna give me a panic attack. I was feeling very frustrated with the run at this point, so instead of doing my usual 6-hour grind to get buckets, I decided to just wander around. And that did not go well for me. And here's some more lovely Helen Keller combat with both perspectives. Okay, getting back on track. I decided I wanted to find one of my existing nether portals because I knew one was relatively close to spawn, and I thought for sure this was it right here, but as you can see, it absolutely was not. And this time I actually managed to not die instantly by building a path out of cobblestone. Now, unfortunately, my sidekick Spectator Soggy B was a little behind at this point, but she caught up and you can see the massive path that I built out of cobblestone. And using this strategy, I was actually able to survive for 20 minutes in the Nether as Helen Keller, which is a new record by far. But after dying, I was not able to find any of my portals again, so it was time to get back to mining. And can I just mention how soul-crushingly tedious this run has been? It has been unbelievable how much time you have to spend mining and then walking around just to have the smallest chance of surviving in the Nether for 5 minutes. But despite that, I was eventually able to make it to the Nether for a 5th time. And I was actually able to survive for a pretty long time this time. By building over any sort of ravine, it was way too dangerous to go down into the ravines with lava and enemies everywhere, and digging through the walls when I came to them. Oh, and as far as ghasts go, my plan against ghasts was to hope that there were no ghasts, because that would be instant death for me. And in that sense, at least, I got quite lucky. I did not encounter any ghasts in all my time in the Nether. And just to express how hopeless this all was, this was my perspective when I was making my way through the Nether. It was just red nothingness. So yeah, 5th time was not the charm. But look, I was close to a bastion, which means that was certain death if I made it there. At this point, things were starting to feel impossible.